everyone, this is Crafty Decoria and I hope you're all doing great. So today I am sharing another fall DIY. Now I customized it for fall, however you can customize it for any season or even personalize it with someone's name. Now all of the items you see here, with the exception of one item, can be found at the Dollar Tree. Now the one item that I purchased is from Essential Stencil. And I did a DIY a few videos back. I will post the link in the description box below if you care to see that. In that video, you will also see some of the other stencils that I have purchased and Essential Stencil so kindly sent to me. So they have seasonal stencils, they have many farmhouse stencils, but again, check out the website, and if you love to stencil, you will not be disappointed with what they have there. If you don't have the stencil, you can always just go on Google and then print out the letters that you need. Of course, you'll have to cut them out or even like shade the back of them and then trace them onto the project, but that is another option as well. Or if you're really good at freehand, then you could do that as well. I think it'll still look really cute. From the Dollar Tree, I picked up 2 bamboo placemats, Mod Podge in the gloss, acrylic paints in black, white, and cashmere tan. I picked up 4 coasters, some cosmetic sponges from Sassy and Chic, and as well here I have a paintbrush. So the first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is paint my tiles so that they look like a Scrabble tile. And I'm just going to use the cashmere tan and the white to get the desired color. And once I'm done that, we'll move on to the next step. My paint has dried and I love how the coasters are looking, so I'm ready now to stencil on the letters. So the stencil that I have from Essential Stencil is just a tad bit bigger than the actual coaster, but I'm just going to center that, and then I'll take some painter's tape and tape that down just so that it'll stay in place and it won't move, to avoid any smearing or bleeding of the paint. Then I'll take my black acrylic paint and I'm just going to load it on my sponge, and then I'm going to remove most of it so that there's just very little on the sponge, and then I will just pounce on the letter like that. Once I have finished, I will leave that on and allow that to dry, so again it'll prevent any bleeding when I remove the stencil. And once I have finished that, we will move on to making the holder for our coaster Scrabble tiles. Taking my Mod Podge, which I'm using the gloss, and my paintbrush, I'm just going to give the tiles or the coasters a coat of the Mod Podge and then let that dry. Show you what this is going to look like all together. I need to make a holder so that my Scrabble tiles or Scrabble coasters can sit in place. So for that, I will be using the Dollar Tree bamboo placemats. Now I have two because one is not going to be wide enough for me to put my Scrabble tiles on. And also, should I make some tiles for spring or summer or winter, I have enough room to place those tiles there as well. Now, the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to start on the right, and before I fold the end over, I'm going to apply some glue. So I am going to do that 3 times, folding and applying glue until it is sitting flat here. I don't want it to sit flat, I do want it to stand up. So I'm just going to apply another row of glue and then just fold it so that it's standing up and hold that in place until it's dry. Then for the other side, I will do the same. I will fold and glue, fold and glue. And the reason that I'm gluing it every time I fold it is because I want this to be nice and firm. If I didn't add that glue, it would be more flimsy. Okay, so that's why I'm doing that. Now, once I get near the end, this is where you will decide if you want, you know, for your gap here, how wide you want it to be. If you want the tiles to be laying down a bit, then you will leave a wider gap. However, if you want them standing up so that you can see them, especially being that this will also be decor, I mean, both ways will look great. I believe in the game they are laying down more, but it's completely up to you. Then if you want it to be up straight more, the tile, then you'll just have enough of a gap where the coaster will fit in. Now you also want to remember as you're rolling and gluing this down to make sure that you go straight so that you have a nice flat end, because again, I will be gluing the 2 placemats together, and if it's nice and flat, it's going to adhere better. So I'm gonna go ahead, do this placemat here, glue it all up, and then I will do the same to the second one, and then I will glue them both together and then place my tiles on these holders and show you what the final look looks like. Wanted to share, I had mentioned that I would apply the glue here below, but what I find actually works better is just applying the glue to the top of the roll and then just taking each end and rolling it over and then continuing on top until I get to my desired width at the end. Well, here it is all put together. What do you think? I absolutely have fallen in love with this DIY. It was so simple and fun, easy to put together. It did not cost me a lot of money at all. And for anyone who loves Scrabble, which I do, this is sure to be a crowd pleaser. How great would this be even to make for a gift? It not only looks beautiful as decor, but it is functional as well when you use it as for the coaster. Now, when I was gluing this together, what I did do as well, here where I joined them. In the back and on the bottom, I added some more hot glue just to make sure that those stay secured nicely together. Now, I only use the hot glue, but you could definitely use some E6000 if you want to make sure that they stay together. But the hot glue works really great with the bamboo at keeping them adhered to each other. Also, these coasters do weigh a bit, so it does put a little bit of weight on the back. And at first I didn't think they were going to stand up, but as you can see, they're standing up really nicely, and this isn't going anywhere, which I think is another great reason to be adding the glue as you're rolling the ends up, because it does give it a little bit more strength to holding them up. I do have the letters spread out, as you can see, but I did butt them up close to each other, and I definitely can fit 2 more tiles. So I will be making some for spring, some for summer, and some for winter, so that I can change these out seasonally. But they would make a great gift, especially if you wanted to customize this with someone's name, even on, you know, for someone's office desk. It would look, I think, amazing. Definitely a conversation piece. Well, I so enjoyed making this DIY. I really hope that you enjoyed watching it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, share the video if you can, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. As always, guys, you take care of yourselves, and I so hope to catch you in my next video. Bye-bye.